Pero nagbigay na instructions sa President na formally mag-apply na kami ng extradition treaty sa kanila kahit wala pang formal extradition treaties between the two countries. Pero through the Interpol, magre-request na kami ng repatriation ni Saldico kung nasa Portugal talaga siya. Pagdating kay Harry Roque, cancel na ang passport niya, so it's only a matter of time na papabalikin na siya dito. As far as Bantag is concerned, he is last track to be in the Cordillera region and we are closing in on him. Narinig yun naman ang pahayag ni Secretary Claire na ang ating Pangulo ay nagbigay ng bagong prioridad para sa local government. Higil to sa sigaw ng tao para maibalik ang tiwala ng mga mamamayan para sa ating mga pamahalaan. There is a crisis of confidence now between the people and the government. That was caused by the revelations of the flood control scandal. Ngayon na nakita natin kung ano ang depekto ng ating budget, ang depekto ng ating gobyerno, ginagawa lahat ng ating Pangulo para pumarehas ang laban. Tinatama niya ang mali sa DPWH, tinatama niya ang mali sa national government, at pinapalakas niya ang lokal na gobyerno. Kung titignan nyo, ang tawag namin dyan ay friction cost. Mas mataas ang friction cost sa national government kaysa local government. Kaya magbibigay siya ng lalong malaking kakayahan sa ating local government sa pamamagitan ng local government support fund at iba pang mga paraan. Kung titignan nyo, ang maraming proyekto ang nakalahad ng ating Pangulo. Unang-una dyan sa batay ng ating sa Department of Education, meron tayo nakalaan na 40,000 school rooms in 1 year na itatayo. Ito ay PPP project na ako hinihinarap ko sa ating Pangulo at sa ating Private Sector Advisory Council na ida-ida na sa local government units yan. Nagagaranti ko kung nasa local government units daan yan, ang cost ng classrooms will go down by 40% at the minimum. And the local economy will be stimulated as well. Kinusap ko mga governor, kinusap ko mga mayor, yung mga highly in need sa mga classroom to school room to student ratio, at sila'y pumapayag. May din doon, marami tayong problema sa housing na gusto rin natin daan sa local government units na matibay na mararamdaman ng ating mga syudad na mabibigyan ng housing lalo na ang ating mga pinakamahirap, mga informal settlers, yung mga rural informal settlers. Babalak natin gumawa ng communities para sa ating mga rural workers. Ang poorest of the poor ng ating bansa ay nasa agricultural sector. Ang balak natin ay palakasin ang kanilang kakayahan sa pamamagitan ng ibaba ang kanilang cost of living. Sa tingin namin, ang rural housing, urban housing, ay ito ay malaking bagay na magagawa para maitawid ang bawat Pilipino mula sa kahirapan. Ito ang kakayahan ng local government. Ito ang kakayahan ng local government code. Pero sa ilalim ng ating Pangulo, pinalakas niya ito, nilagay niya ng pondo at bigyan niya ng tiwala na ang local government mismo ang siya mag-uusad ng national development.
Good morning. Secretary Mulya, follow-up lang dun sa EPAL politicians. Yun pong sinasabi ninyo na suspension, yun na po ba yung pinakamabigat na penalty for the EPAL politicians? And is that enough to discipline them?
Well, we can, kung recidivist ang attitude ng local government, local chief executive, pwede namin ipasa sa ombudsman to for admin and criminal cases.
So there's still a possibility na
There still
masampahan
is.
sila ng...
Depends on the appreciation of the ombudsman. Kung recidivist na talaga. Kasi minsan yan, sasabihin mo na, tapos tuloy pa rin sila. Minsan sabihin nila hindi sila. Pero the mere fact, kung makita nila yung mukha nila doon, dapat it's their obligation na tanggalin yan eh. Diba? Kasi may anti-EPAL campaign na nga.
Okay. So, does it mean that there's also a possibility for them to be removed from the post?
Di siguro ganun ka, ano. Ang removal from office is basis of graft. Most often not graft or other severe forms of violations. Pero yung suspension, I think, is already a grave punishment para sa mga ganyan.
Sir, last na lang, do you see the need for legislation to make more, ano ba, mas mabigat
Para
na
may ngipin
sanction?
talaga, no? Oh, I believe so. Dapat gumawa na sila. Kasi sa ngayon, yung anti-Apple campaign was only born out of sa frustration ng mga tao in the last 15 years. So wala pa tayong codified conduct para dyan sa anti-Apple campaign. It'd be a great help if the national legislature made steps para talagang mabawal yan.
Thank you, Sec.
Thank you po. Last two question po pala. Tuesday, new DCWB.
To Secretary Remulla, sir. Sir, we understand na ang budget ng DILG for this year is about 308 billion pesos. And big part of that is mapupunta sa Philippine National Police. And we know also na parte rin ng budget ng PNP yung intelligence fund nila. So we just wonder, sir, kung paano nagagamit itong intel ng PNP considering na up to now, hindi pa natin nakikita si Zaldico, wala pa rin si Harry Roque, hindi pa nahuhuli, nandyan pa rin nakakawala si General Bantag, hindi pa rin nahuhuli. Ano kaya ang posible nating maging development sa mga wanted persons na ito this year?
Well, mas mabuti siguro na si General Nartates ang tanong niyo para dyan. Kasi siya ang may control ng Intel Fund ng PNP. But you're gonna have to commend the PNP also. Kasi kung ayon sa latest survey, nung nireform natin ang lahat ng processes, ang guidelines, ang codes of behavior, the PNP now enjoys the highest trust rating ever according to Okta. I think we're almost at 80% trust rating sa mga pulis ngayon. So, yung cherry picking na nakikita natin sa mga kukonting tao na yung 3 taon sinabi mo, does not reflect on the overall performance of the PNP. Focus crimes are down, index crimes are down, smuggling is down, lahat ng mga major accomplishments ng PNP, makikita nyo na. And the discipline and the morale of the PNP is higher than it's ever been. Mas professional silang yan.
Yes, sir. We acknowledge naman, sir, yung kanilang ibang accomplishments. But these 3 persons, sir, are valuable.
Yes,
Valuable
Zaldico is abroad. We suspect na nasa Portugal siya. Information namin ay meron siyang Portuguese passport out of an immigration clause na nilagay nila. Ang information namin ito ay 10 years old pero verify pa namin. Pero nagbigay na instructions sa President na formally mag-apply na kami ng extradition treaty sa kanila kahit wala pang formal extradition treaties between the two countries. Pero through the Interpol, magre-request na kami ng repatriation ni Zaldico kung nasa Portugal talaga siya. Pagdating kay Harry Roque, cancelled na ang passport niya, so it's only a matter of time na papabalikin na siya dito. As far as Bantag is concerned, he is last track to be in the Cordillera region and we are closing in on him.
Last, Sir Ivan Mayri na po muna. Okay po. Kat Domingo, ABS-CBN.
Sir, just on the extradition of Zaldico, do we have a specific timeline as to when the president expects him to be back in the country?
Siguro DFA yan tanong nyo. Sila makakalam yan.
Right. Sir, more details lang because it's a big issue for a lot of Filipinos here. Ito pong, is it the first time that the Philippines is going to ask for the return of a Filipino from a country where we don't have an extradition treaty?
As far as I know, yes. But you cannot quote me on that in verbatim kung factual lang sinabi ko. But as far as I know, yes. Yun lang.
Sir, we know you're very close with the ombudsman. You have a personal relation with him, and I know that you discuss things as well at home.
Matagal ko nang kilala.
Sir, ano po yung ibang options ng Pilipinas in terms of apprehending Zaldico aside from applying for an extradition treaty?
Si Secretary Toledo ang head ng Mossad ng Pilipinas ngayon. Siya nang bahalang dumakip sa kanya. But no, we do not practice extrajudicial means of acquiring jurisdiction over a person. So we will always go through the rational, legal, and acceptable ways of acquiring jurisdiction over a person.